fine. I'm down. I can't see music go.
Welcome everyone to the social van. Feeling Kyle sick of the bullshit. So here they are, reppin' C+, ready to turn every podcast to dust. So sit down and shut the fuck up, cause when in doubt, fuck your couch. Welcome everybody to the social van. Yeah!
What up, y'all? KMB, the Sexy Ninja, in the place to be as always. I'm riding a little solo right now, but that's okay. We got some guests coming in shortly, coming in quick, coming in hot. But I just want to say what's up. Welcome to the Social Event Podcast. We are live every Friday. It drops everywhere tomorrow on Saturday for your listening pleasures. We are on every single streaming service you can think of. But I'm excited to be here. We're sorry about last week. Not going live, just crazy stuff. Everybody's trying to get their stuff together and everything like that. Also, shout out this real quick, just because this is my homie, this is my partner for life. This is my brother, Big Daddy for life. You want to know why? Because he went down to Phoenix and he just graduated today. He took a week-long class for this massage class to increase his skills, increase his business and stuff like that. I am so proud of him. Much love, Big Daddy. I'm so proud of you, brother. I'm so proud of you. And I gotta get the school's name. Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. I had it on my notes and then I lost my notes. You know how this goes. Stretch to win. Yes. Shout out to Big Daddy. Much love, much respect, brother. I love you. Also, this podcast is, once again, sponsored by Crazy Hoodies. Big Daddy has been working very hard trying to increase his business, trying to increase his skills as doing the massage stuff and everything like that. So shout out to Big Daddy and shout out to Crazy Hoodies for being a great sponsor, and the fact that he made Crazy Hoodies himself. He did all the logos, he did everything like that. And I'm so proud of Big Daddy. Like I said, man, Big Daddy, that's my brother for life. And he, like I said, he just graduated. So shout out, much love, much respect. Also to everybody that's shown love for the Yum Yum Bedlam review. Thank y'all. I appreciate that very much. I put a lot of love and effort into that. I got a couple haters and I got a lot more love than I did hate. So what can you do? It all balances out. But while we're talking about being Insane Clown Posse, today is a special day. It is the Wraith Shangri-La's birthday. Insane Clown Posse's the Wraith Shangri-La turns 19. Man. Thinking about that is just insane right now. And that was the first that Juggalo vlog. That Juggalo vlog was like when I started that Juggalo vlog. Originally, it was just going to be my experience as a Juggalo. That's what the whole thing was going to be. It was just going to be my experience and talking about it and how the Wraith that day, November 5th, 2002, changed my entire life, my everything. And come to think about it, it's almost 20 years old. 19 years ago, 19 years of being a Juggalo. And I know there's a lot of when I became a Juggalo at that point, and when the Dark Carnival itself consumed me, and the album just like took me in and everything like that. I just remember at that time, a lot of people were hating on me because they're like, "Oh man, you're new to the scene. Fuck you," And it made me laugh because I was just like, "All right, that's fine." But I found the real love. And I remember when I went to the gathering of the Juggalos for the first time, and I was just like, "Yo, man, I'm very new to the scene, but damn, I'm down." Here comes Colin. House feels better, but it's just crazy, man. And here I got the album sitting right here. I have the reissued one. They dropped in 2004 with the foil cover. I lost my original copy of the Wraith when it first dropped, when it didn't have the little foil cover. And also, just to know, like the first version I got, this was green in the background, and yeah, so I remember, I don't even know. I think someone jacked it, someone stole it. I think I lost it in the divorce, ex-girlfriend or something like that. But there it is, the Wraith in all its glory. It's crazy. It's like I was talking to Colin about. I was like, damn, 19 years old. Ooh. But no, there's a lot of great songs. It's funny. This album I can play from front to back every single day. And when I feel down, and Hell's Pit is a nice little ride along too, because what's weird is like with both these albums, with the Shangri-La, with the Wraith Hell's Pit and the Wraith Shangri-La, Hell's Pit is the album that gets me out of my darkness. That album right there is, I don't know, it's comforting. It also makes me feel better. I don't know. Tell me your favorite songs off of Shangri-La and Hell's Pit. Why not? Let's just make it a twofer, Which one's the best out of the two? That's hard for me to decide, but I know my homie Colin, like he says in the comments right now. Let's pull him up. Let's see what he says. He says Hell's Pit was better. I'm not disagreeing. I'm not agreeing. I don't know what to do, because that there is a comment that I'm just like, yeah. But like I said, Hell's Pit is a therapeutic album from top to bottom, and the Wraith Shangri-La just makes me happy. Makes me think of the day I bought it. Makes me think of the day I saw the commercial for it with Jay and Shaggy as angels and stuff like that. And what sucks is like Bitch Slappers. I love Bitch Slappers. I think the best part about what was crazy is like I'm from the reservation. I'm from a place where ICP merch was not really all around us. Like, it was very hard. Like, I'm in Shiprock, New Mexico, and the closest town is like 30 minutes away. And I remember like when Insane Clown Posse was introduced to my life, like we had to go to Farmington, we had to go to Hot Topic, we had to go to Hastings. Hastings, where we had to go buy CDs at. And I miss Hastings. We had a Hastings here in Flagstaff, and then the roof collapsed in with snow. Then fast forward, they reopened back up, and then now it's a Sprouts. And I remember when like Hastings was like the place to go for me, where I would go pick up my Mighty Death Pops. Where I remember like I skipped school for the OPEC Brotherhood. Yeah, I was driving to school, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's Tuesday, New Dark Lotus, gotta be there. Bam, turned the car. Oh yeah, Farmington Mall, man. Hey, yeah, it's still there. It's still kicking. Farmington's full of racist fools too. Hastings was the spot, man. I miss Hastings, and like they weren't crazy on their prices. Like I remember like I think I picked up all 3 versions of the Mighty Death Pop, because they had the big books and stuff like that for like $8.99 a pop. Like they weren't like crazy, like it's like $30-$40, for a CD and whatnot. It was like crazy mad, like inexpensive, and they always had it on time. They always had it out. And then the best part about it is when they introduced comic books to Hastings, and they made you a pool box. And that's where I met another really great friend of mine, another brother from another mother. Like yeah, man, I miss Hastings. I think the last one was in, I think it's gone now. I think Hastings is completely wiped off the face of existence. It's just like I remember when I got into Insane Clown Posse. I remember I think it was Sammy Goody, Sammy. I think Sam's Goody. I know the FYE, we didn't have one of Sam's Goody was changed into FYE at a certain point, but I remember Sam's Goody was before that. But there's another record store that used to be like in all the malls. Can anybody help me out here? Anybody help me out? There used to be another record store in the malls. So Sam Goody is one of them. I feel like there was another one before that, though. Like, I'm trying to think, because I remember that we had that, because Sam Goody was at the mall in Farmington. Then the one up here at the mall in Flagstaff was the FYE. And that's where I was buying most of my albums from. And then Hastings came into my life. I just miss buying albums. I really do miss buying CDs. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm spoiled. The Spotify is definitely nice, and it definitely gets popping on a good Friday day, and that's when I start doing all the reviews for that Juggalo vlog. So nothing goes wrong. And if you can see what's playing in the background, yes, it's the seminar. I wanted something in the background just to reflect the glorious 19th birthday of the Wraith Shangri-La. Also, rocking my shirt. So today's a good day. Man, I'm just thinking about the record stores, man. I remember, like, I think one of my favorite memories of going to the store, I'm trying to see which album was it. Which album? So many. Here. I remember this was a great album. My mom picked this up for me up at Farmington Hastings. I remember the day it came out, and I remember I was just like, Mom, you have to. And she was my go-to. She always went to Farmington's on Tuesdays. And I remember, like, that's how I got my records. I had to explain to her, and I remember this is the album she picked up for me. Jump Steady's Master of the Flying Guillotine. And I explained to her. I told her what the cover looks like. I tried to print it out for her. I was like, Mom, this is what it is. Jump Steady's album, Masters of the Flying Guillotine. This is the album, Mom. And she came back, and I got home from school, and I was like, Mom, I was like, where's it at? Can't wait to listen to it. She goes, I couldn't find so steady jump or jump stew or jump whatever you're talking about. Jump guillotine, whatever you're calling him. And I'm like, no, Mom, it's Jump Steady, Masters of the Flying Guillotine. I showed you the cover. I showed you on the website. This is what the album looks like. She's like, I don't want you listening to that jump stew, master guillotine, something, whatever. Then she's like, here you go. Oh, bullshit, Colin. We were just talking about this. He says Chaos Theory is better. Chaos Theory is dope. Don't get me wrong, but we're just talking about how good Masters of the Flying Guillotine is. So I love you. Hey, but besides that, me and Colin, we're going to be going to Camp Zool here in the upcoming week. God, we're going to be in Ohio next Friday. So, but the crew at C Plus Studios will be holding it down. They'll be rocking it out with everybody. So I hope you enjoy. I hope you have fun. I hope I have fun. But we're going to bring back a lot of content. Try to get a bunch of interviews. If there's somebody that you're looking for us to interview at Camp Zool, let us know. We will make it. We'll make it happen. Like I said, tickets are bought. We're gonna fly on a plane. We're gonna go. And everybody out there that's going to Camp Zool, I hope you can come and chill and hang out with us. We'll have the banner up for the C Plus Studios where our tent's gonna be. I'm excited. I'm so excited about this trip. Also nervous as hell because I told the story before. This is my first trip ever. Like I've been to the Gathering of the Juggalo, my first and last Gathering of the Juggalos, way back when, over 10 years ago, and that was the last of it. That was the last trip I've ever had. I've only gone to New Mexico to go see my grandparents on the reservation. I've only been to California once, but that was when I was a young little nutsack. And yeah, this is my first time traveling, and Colin was the one that got my bitch ass up and was like, hey, we're going. And we've had a few roadblocks. A few roadblocks, if you want to call them that. I don't know if anybody's dealt with this before, but when you plan a trip and you put your PTO or RTO, whatever, well in advance, and you're like, hey, boom, your boss is like, yeah, no problem. Then out of nowhere, they're going to be like, hey, so, that time off you requested? I'm like, yeah, the one I put in months ago. Well, we might have to take that back, and it's a whole ordeal that I just don't want to get into, because I'm just like, don't give me the bone. Don't give me the bone right now when it's a week away. A week away when you're trying to give me the bone to go to the freaking, to Camp Zool. I want to see Ala Zool Ilu. Was going to see Boondocks, Blaze, freaking Scum's going to be this is just something I'm just been excited for. And me and Colin talked about, damn, we want to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos next year. It'll be my second time going. I think it'll be his first time going. I like, but I'm also getting anxious. Like the trip's going to be fun itself. I can't wait to go to Camp Zoo. I can't wait to meet people that I've talked to only online. Especially artists that I've come across. Like when we did the Halloween special, the Michigan Misfits. I can't wait to meet the Michigan Misfits because we've been hitting each other up on the chats and whatnot, and messaging each other through the Facebooks. And now that I'm gonna go meet them in person, I'm so excited. Can't wait to see Super Famous Fun Time Guys. Their new song right now is out right now. With the music video, it's banging. It's a banger. It's gonna slap your eardrums right off, and I can't wait to tell them that to their face. Be like, yo, man, y'all make some dope music. Don't Hug Me From the Front is by far one of my favorite albums so far of this year, next to Yum Yum Bedlam, next to everything else that's coming out. And it's just like in exclusives and whatnot. Me and Colin talked about it. They're gonna we'll just take this off right now since we're not talking about it. With Camp Zool, V5 coming alive there, dropping the album finally. So it's crazy, and it's crazy to think that it's taking a step into the right direction of doing something like this. And I thank the homie Colin for pushing me to do this, for pushing me to not stop being a bitch and go do this, because without him, I would not be at Camp Zool next week, and I'm already looking at the maps. I'm already looking at all the activities and everything going on. There's a big barbecue. I'm down. I'm down to eat. I'm down to grub on, man. And I just can't wait to, like I said, the one thing I'm really excited for, the one thing that I can say that I'm just is meeting people in person. I know V5 is speculation, but I feel it's heavy in the hand. Like they're gonna blow everyone's minds up. But I just can't wait to meet the artists. I can't wait to meet the artists that I review, and tell them, like, yo, man, thank you. And these artists and these ninjas, like when they send me their music, especially when we did the Halloween special last week, man, I just put it out there to the world. Like, yo, who wants to be on this Halloween special? And I had Politicize, Extra Overdose, Penta, freaking V Sinister, the Michigan Misfits, and like all these ninjas came and like, yeah, show our music, and that's what I want to do, and that's what I want to make. I want to make every single special like that special, especially for the underground, especially for the wicked shit, especially for ninjas out there putting out their grind. Anime waifu, the hip hop head, grind mode, cypher, bam, whoop, whoop. I got you. I just been really busy lately. And like I said, I just can't wait. And like those guys, shout out, thank you for letting us play your music on the Halloween special. And I'm already working on potentially making a Christmas special that's going to be spectacular and ain't going to be the greatest hits. I'm going to try to get some interviews, and hopefully the interviews we get at Camp Zool will make it onto that special. We did a Christmas special last year, and it was called Don't Be a Dick, Let's Help Saint Nick. And I really wanted to do a Halloween special. I really wanted to do a Thanksgiving special because no one really does Thanksgiving specials. And November 24th is my birthday. And I was thinking like something like do it like annually, or do it, I almost said anally on my birthday. I was like, whoa, hey, something for Thanksgiving and also something for Christmas, the three big holidays. I've been wanting to make that because like I want to make Stab Your Couch. We just dropped 2. I want to make Stab Your Couch a year. God, man, I can't fucking talk. A yearly thing, and I think it would be dope. I think it would be fun, and especially just getting more artists out there. And that's my biggest thing is like I want to showcase and have the underground just be, just shining, man. I love every single one of y'all. I love everyone that's watched one of my vlogs or watched the Social Event podcast, man. My homie Ruck, let's see what he's got to say. My homie Mo Ruckus dropped a new track with TEE-O-Monit Grime. You heard that here, folks. the homie Mo Ruckus drop a new track with TEE-O-Monit Grime. I will go and check that out afterwards. Yeah, but I like I said, it's just one of those cool things where today I had to go work, but also today was I got to bounce early, and I got to just get out of there, and I got to do my listen to the Wraith, Shangri-La. And what's so funny about that? What's so funny about anniversaries in general, about anything? And like everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's like the 30th anniversary of Star Wars or whatnot," and I'm just like, I watch that motherfucker like every week, man. It's not like I put the Wraith down and be like, oh, I'm not going to listen to that for like a month or 2 or 3. I'm pretty consistent about listening to things over and over again. And like anniversaries are just weird. And I think more or less anniversaries for me, especially with the Wraith being 19 years old, is just looking back at the 19 years of life, of my life. You know what I'm saying? Looking back at the 19 years of my life and being like, damn, it's been 19 years, like just dedicating myself to the cause of what being a juggalo is. I got it tattered on my arm. I got it tattered on my hand. I got the Carnival of Carnage tattered on my leg. I got the Dark Lotus cross on my arm. I got super villains tatted into my sternum. I got a Sheriff Sugarwolf. And how, like, in those 19 years, like, I think that's the crazy part is when I really think about it with the Wraith, thinking of when all of this started. Like, I wasn't a great kid. Like, I did get in trouble, did some dumb shit, and just thinking of that whole time, and that's what anniversaries do for me. I don't think about the specific thing itself. I just think about the years, like thinking it's like with the Wraith, like I was thinking about it when when this all started, especially with that Juggalo vlog, and I was just like, yeah, I want to do it. I want the first 2 that Juggalo vlogs. The first one is going to be the Wraith, the date that changed my life, the album that changed my life, that changed everything in my nature. Then the second one was about Hell's Pit, and I remember I was doing these, and I did a couple other things about a few other topics into the Juggalo community, and then Colin one day was like, yo, why don't you just review some music? Like, why don't you, like, here you should review this, and here you should do that. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. Like, I think reviews are kind of corny, and he's just like, no, man. He goes, you should do it. He goes, you have the personality. And once again, Colin coming in and kicking my ass and throwing me out there and just being like, do it, bitch. Don't be a bitch. And so, yeah, I did it. I can't tell you. I know the first few handfuls. I think Extra Overdose is part of that. Mike Sense is part of that. Operation Underground was part of that first wave of reviews, and then I got better at them. Then I went back and listened. I went back and rewatched the first That Juggalo vlog, and a few others in that time. There was this. I know you're the best. Can we give Colin a little golf clap because he's the best for making KMB? Yeah, I give full credit to Colin for that aspect, especially for that Juggalo vlog. We even talked about doing a podcast. What was it? Oh, Get Clowned. I even made a logo for it called Get Clowned. We were going to break down the entire Insane Clown Posse discography and talk about every single album. But that kind of fell out of the way because it was something I brought up, and I was like, yo, and here's the logo, and we talked about it, and the idea got stolen. I don't think it was stolen from us, but somebody did it, and it's called the Juggalo Rewind or something like that, where they're breaking down albums, but they're not doing it like what we thought. We wanted to start from the beginning, like basement cuts and Intelligence and Violence. We wanted to go track for track. Like, we wanted to start from way back in the ICP catalog, then work our ways up chronologically through the Joker cards and EPs and stuff like that, and talk about every single track and what each track meant, and just breaking it down. But yeah, someone beat us to it. It's called Juggalo Rewind. Am I right? Can I get a cue on that, Colin, and make sure? But no, it's a good show. I believe they started with Twisted, the Most Tasteless album, and I think that they are, instead of like doing an album per show. I think that they are doing like one track per episode. If you kind of get my drift, like yeah. I think they did the intro for Most Tasteless as a one episode. Then they did the next song as one episode, or so on and so forth. And now I thought about it. Now I know where this idea came from. This wasn't stolen from us, so I know where this idea came from. I was listening to Chris Jericho's podcast, and he does this thing where they break down albums, and I was like, "That's pretty awesome, man." I really enjoy that idea of breaking down the album, or no, they're breaking down albums, but they're having like the albums from the artists go head to head with each other, and like Ozzy's Blizzard versus Ozzy's other album, then they go track for track of like which song's better and which song's better, this and that. It's like us taking like the Wraith. Shangri-La and Wraith Hell's Pit and having them go battle it out track per track all the way down. And that was the concept of it. And then I heard another podcast because I do like Kiss, and it was like the Thunder. Oh my gosh, I can't. God of Thunder podcast or Thunder podcast. It's out there, but they were breaking it down track by track per episode. Like Beth was an episode. They went deep dive into that song. Detroit Rock City to just one episode for that song, and I was just like, man, that would be cool. And I was like, no one's doing that for Insane Clown Posse, nobody. And then I was talking to Colin about it, and he's like, yeah, and you were throwing ideas out there, and it was just coming along great. Like it was coming along down to the fact I was just like, dope, man, this is dope. And then I think Colin is the one that found it. He's like, yo, you ever heard of Juggalo Rewind? I was like, what's that? And he's like, it's our idea. And I'm like, oh, they did not. No, I'm not saying they stole it. I'm not saying they stole it. They were just ahead of the curve, farther than us. They farther ahead of the curve than us. But much love and respect to Juggalo Rewind. You are doing the great Lord's work. Thank you guys. There's another great podcast out there that I like to listen to, and he's strictly music. And Beneath the Dirt podcast. It's another great. Like he really dives deep into the album and stuff like that. So I like to hear his thoughts, and I just listened to his review on Yum Yum Bedlam and stuff like that. Some agreed, some things I agreed with, something I disagreed with. But he loves music the way I love music. So it's just like I can't even front, and it's like with me and Colin every Friday we're throwing songs back and forth at each other, and it's like, yo, review this one should be reviewed, or this one, oh, have you heard this? And it's just constant back and forth, and our talk of music and just breaking down things like that. And if you guys want to hear a really great podcast, Beneath the Dirt, it's dope. I love that dude so much. Like he really, really loves and understands music. And for me, I like to keep I got this question the other day. They're like, yo, for that Juggalo vlog, why are they so short? And I had to explain it. Like, I always think of people's attention spans, especially these days. And attention spans are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And if you look at like media in general, like things are getting shorter and shorter and shorter. And now on YouTube, you can drop shorts, you're not going to drop your shorts on YouTube, but you can do little video shorts now that you can go through, just like TikTok. It's kind of funny that came, I don't know what came first, TikTok or YouTube shorts, because I think TikTok came first. But people are so like, it's like attention span. So when I started doing that Juggalo vlogs, they were going on for like 14, 15 minutes and whatnot. And I was very new to the game at that point. And I was just like, man, who's going to see this fat fuck sitting in his car, going crazy over something and whatnot for 15 minutes? Who? There's a few out there. Don't get me wrong. There's a few that came to the rescue and watched KMB the Sexy Ninja. And I appreciate those guys. I appreciate the ninjas just watching and just showing me some love. They're like, man, this fat kid needs somebody to love. Somebody needs to love this fat guy going crazy in the car. But then after that, I was thinking about it, and I love professional wrestling, so I put that mentality of like, you know what? If I can get the point across, like in a promo, and if I can get, you know, the hype well established in my voice and making it like a wrestling promo, but still digging deep into the review itself, keeping it tight, keeping it toit like a toiga, and taking the idea of compacting it like this and going boom. Because I think if somebody's scrolling through, you know, the YouTubes and they're like, yo, I want to, before I listen to Yum Yum Bedlam, I want to go see, you know, a review, and they're going to be like, man, I don't want to watch an hour review. I don't want to watch this review. Oh, wait, this review is like 6 minutes or less, you know, fuck. Yeah, I got 6 minutes to kill, because that's people's mindsets nowadays. And goddamn right. Ooh, yeah, the cream rises. Ooh, yeah. I just thought about it because I listened to it the other day, and I just saw the promo for it again. I don't know if you guys love wrestling and love music, you need to listen to the Macho Man's album. Be a man, Hogan. Hogan, be a man. Because they had beef, and I wish Hogan came out with a rap album towards Macho Man, because that would have been dope. He'd be like, brother, waffle, waffle, waffle. Brother, waffle, 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 waffle. Because everyone knows that Hulk Hogan's favorite food is waffles. Waffle, 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 waffle. You heard that here. But yeah, it's, you know, and while my guests are being very slow about getting onto the podcast, I'm going to jump into this one right here, because reboots and sequels. Bunch of movies are coming out. Eternals dropped today. I don't know. Big Daddy's gonna be like, you're just being a hater to be a hater and whatnot. And I don't know. I just don't care for the Eternals. You know, I don't care at all. So I already read all the spoilers. I'm not gonna lie. I already read all the spoilers, and I'm just like, okay, well, I'll watch it eventually when it comes home to the old boob tube back there. I will watch Eternals, but it's not on my list. But what I was talking to the group about was reboots and sequels. What's a necessary reboot, or what's a necessary sequel? What's the difference between both of those? Like, if, you know, because for me, like Back to the Future 2 is perfect in my eyes. It's just like The Empire Strikes Back. I think those were necessary sequels to a sequel that we didn't know we were going to get, you know, because everything's sequelized nowadays. Everything's sequelized. It's kind of like Ghostbusters Afterlife. You know, I'm going to see the movie, but they tried to do a reboot to Ghostbusters. You know, Green Lantern is the best Marvel movie. We'll get to that. Yeah, so like Ghostbusters, they tried to reboot it, and it didn't work. And it's not because of the all-female cast. It's because the story and the script and the writing, it was trash. It's like, I just don't like care for it. And you know, everyone that's said that against it or said anything towards it or anything like that in general, they're like, oh no, you know, you're just bashing all the whole, you know, female cast and whatnot. Like, no, it wasn't them. They were trying to do their best. They're actors. They're trying to make this project portrayed on the screen. And you know, it's like Rose. I hate Rose from The Last Jedi, but it's not the actor's fault. It's the writing and the actors trying to do its best, and it's a terrible character. There's a difference when I say, hey, I really hate Rose. Oh, I'm going to like hating the actress like they did, and that's wrong. It's like what happened to Jar Jar Binks, like, you know, him being the worst character in Star Wars history, and then like homeboy gets like bullied into almost trying to kill himself. That's not fucking cool. That's not cool at all. I'm just saying I don't like the character. So talking about reboots, talking about sequels and stuff like that. And I was just like thinking of sequels and thinking of these movies and thinking of things that would be dope if it got a proper sequel. So with the Ghostbusters, I feel it's kind of a little late. You know, you're dropping Afterlife, right? Yeah, Ghostbusters Afterlife. And they're bringing back everybody. I already saw the action figures, so I know mostly everybody's coming back and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. You know, now we're playing on nostalgia. We're also playing on this. But I hope it makes sense to the story, you know. And I know Big Daddy's really big about that. I hope it makes sense to the story. I hope it, you know, it's emotionally like, here you go, you know. And like people, when they saw, like, here's a great idea. Like Toy Story 4. Cry like a little baby back bitch. But it was a story I felt was necessary to the saga of Toy Story. You know, I took my daughter to it. Really great memory, really great time. But at the end of the movie was the best because I had tears in my eyes, and we were like one of the two families in there because we went during the weekday. But she like puts her hands right. I'm like, what are you doing? And she goes, are you crying? And I'm like, yeah. And she goes, gross. And I'm like. But I felt like Toy Story 4 was necessary for the story. You know, you had Woody finally say goodbye and be like, I'm not dependent on a child no more. I can go live my life, you know, and I can go, you know, move on from this, you know, because the story is very deep with Woody. He's been, you know, a toy for so long. He's still a toy, but then he rides off into, you know, in the sunset, and he had to say goodbye to his friends. But is it goodbye? Because, you know, Hollywood's like, hey, Woody's gone, but Toy Story 5, or the unnecessary reboot, prequel, whatever you want to call this, Buzz Lightyear. It's about the real Buzz Lightyear and how he got into Space Command. Why? And they didn't even have Tim Allen do the voice. Chris Evans is doing the voice of Buzz Lightyear for that movie. You know, I'm just like, why? We couldn't just get Tim Allen? No? Is he played out now? Okay, fine. What do you think? What is the perfect sequel in your mind? I'm looking at one right now on my right hand side. The Dark Knight. We're not talking about The Dark Knight Rises. No. We're not talking about Bane here. Bane being like strawberries are full of fiber. Fibers make you strong. Yes, no. We're not talking about that. We're talking about The Dark Knight. Perfect sequel. In my mind, in my opinion, one of my favorite movies of all time. Batman Begins. I love that movie. But man, I love Batman Begins more just because of The Dark Knight. And The Dark Knight makes me love that movie more. It's kind of like, you know, and I know, and necessary prequels, if you will. Rogue One. I've had this argument with Doug. I think Rogue One was a perfect setup. There's a few flawed things here in Rogue One that goes right into A New Hope. But it makes, I don't know, it increases that story more, you know, to A New Hope. Like, you're like, oh, shit, I just saw these guys die for these plans, man. Luke, you better blow up this damn Death Star, you know. It adds to the story. It adds to this. And me and Doug, we've argued about this. We've almost gotten fistfights over this movie. But, hey, Home Alone 2 is the answer. Yes. Perfect example. Home Alone 2. You know, a necessary sequel, even though they left him behind again. And I think in the second one, they went to Florida. And the first Home Alone, classic. I rewatched it a few months ago, and I still love that movie, and I still love Home Alone 2. Unnecessary sequel, Home Alone 3. It's still, I used to really like Home Alone 3. Then I say fast forward to now because I like to rewatch things, and now that you have Disney Plus at the tip of your fingers, it doesn't hold up as much as Home Alone and Home Alone 2 does. And then isn't there like a 20 bazillion Home Alone? Isn't there a new Home Alone on the way right now? And it's dealing with a UK family, I believe, that's coming on Disney Plus. See, unnecessary sequels or reboot. Right there, Hollywood. Necessary reboot, which I like from my favorite director. It's not necessarily a reboot, but it's on the play on it of it being a sequel and learning the idea. And from my favorite director, Kevin Smith, Jay and Silent Bob reboot. And that's where I got the idea of with the Social Event podcast. I was like, yo, we got to change it up. We got to move the formula. We got to stop doing this and stop doing this. Let's reboot. And then we called the show for a hot second. They called it the Social Event Reboot. Then eventually Big Daddy's like, we're not calling it that no more. And I was like, fine, we're not calling it that no more. But I thought it was cool. Rebooting a podcast that no one knows about. Unnecessary. Could just keep doing our thing without trying to change all the trimmings and being like, hey, we're a reboot of the Social Event. Well, what's the Social Event? Well, it's a podcast that was before the reboot. Well, I've never heard that podcast, so I don't know what you're talking about. Unnecessary sequel. Unnecessary reboot. We did it to ourselves. Well, I did it because it was my idea coming up with a name, and then Big Daddy gives me shit about it all the time after that. But like, if anybody can give me an unnecessary sequel in the comments, like Dune is a reboot of the I wouldn't say franchise just yet because Sting carried the last, well, it didn't carry it, but Dune, if anybody's seen it, it's on HBO Max. Jason Momoa, he's in it. I don't know. And it's like, oh, here we go. Unnecessary sequel. Example, Halloween. 2018 to Halloween Kills. Skipping over the lore of everything that was in between the Halloween franchise and saga and being like, no, that's not his sister. That's not this. It's not that. We saw Halloween Kills when it dropped. And when you were like, okay, we're explaining his powers. Like, how did he get his powers? How's he indestructible? He looks out a fucking window and they're like, he feeds off the fear of everybody. And he looks out that window. Michael just wants to go home. And that's how he makes sure that he feeds off the fear of everybody. He makes sure the fear, and that's why he's indestructible as fuck. Like the kills in Halloween and Halloween Kills are great. Like the murder, the Michael kills themselves are fun. The story is dumb. And I wish Steven was here to defend it because I know that he likes it. And I know that he enjoys the first two movies, and he was one of my guests. Hey, we're like 40 minutes in and I'm still waiting for my guest. Let's see if he's messaged me, because he was like, I will be there in 15 minutes. And that was like 30 minutes ago. I want to see. Where are you? Yeah, he says, yeah, that works. I'll be there soon. Liar. Fucking liar. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Let's see. There we go. We messaged him. Dumber than killer clowns from outer space. I will take Killer Clowns from Outer Space over the new Halloween and Halloween Kills. I will take the Rob Zombie Halloween 2 over Halloween and Halloween Kills. And if you've seen the Rob Zombie Halloween 2, yeah. Killer Clowns from Outer Space, I'll definitely take that over it. Even though I don't really care for that movie, I'll take that movie as well. But that's besides the point. But how's everyone tonight? How's everyone doing? Like, what's everyone up to? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we got a comment. The Death Racers with ICP. Yo, man, I will defend that movie. Each Way to Sunday. I love the Death Racers from ICP. I even put a clip of that on our TikTok when Shaggy just that movie is gold, man, especially with them. Like, the rest of the story is really stupid, but they shine in that movie. If y'all have not seen, I think it's called Death Racers 2000 or just Death Racers. He says it's a fantastic, like, it's an unnecessary movie. It's so trash. It is trash, but ICP parts alone are the best. It's what I use. I want the ice cream truck. Oh yeah. Ooh, man, I would love to do a watch along, like, especially with Juggalo influence, ICP movies like that. I would like to do Bowling Balls. I think Bowling Balls is worthy of a sequel. But let's make the 3D much more realistic this time, because 3D movies back then too, this is my favorite thing about 3D movies, is when they would do the 3D movie, you had to wear the glasses, or you had to do anything. You would have to try to do this to emphasize, so we can make it the 3D aspect of it. Like, you had to be like, okay, well, hey, Johnny, hey, Gina, we need to go that way. And then the person in the audience is like, whoa, 3D, man. Yeah. And that's why 3D movies always made me laugh, because there's always that one scene where somebody's just like, hey, we need to get out of here. They're coming this way. Let's go that way. They had to literally point with something they're either holding or their actual finger, or like hold something out into the camera so that the camera can pick it up. And it's really bad, really bad cheese, because it's not done right. It's like who did it? Final Destination. I think it was either the third one went 3D. The third one or fourth one was in 3D. And purposely, I'm trying to think. It was the race car one. Or was it the roller coaster? The roller coaster is the third one. And I think the fourth one? No. Wait, the fourth one was the racetrack? There's so many of those too, but I know they did it real cheese, like when a crash happens or something happens, they had all these little like nails or something like that come towards the screen, and you had to be like, oh. And I remember like when 3D movies were trying to be coming back, because they were a thing, like Freddy's Dead. Freddy's Dead was a 3D release. I was just about to get the Spy Kids 3D. That is fucking scary. Spy Kids 3D was something that I watched with my family. It was for my birthday, because it came around November 24th, like in that time frame. And usually when my parents are like, what do you want? It's like, I want to go to the movies. I want to go see this. And they're like, okay, we'll make that your birthday present. So we would have a day in town. I buy a present. We ate at Red Lobster. And I was like, that my mom and them had to save up every single year just so I can eat at Red Lobster and get the full lobster. That's one of my favorite memories. But when we went to Spy Kids 3D, this is when it was the blue and the red glasses. And, oh my God, I think we all got sick after that movie. We all got nauseous, and like our eyes were like cross-eyed like crazy. And yeah, anybody have any memories of that, going to the movie theater and wearing the red and blue glasses? Man, I remembered afterwards we left, and my head was hurting so bad. And I remember too, they tried to reinvent the wheel with that. Do they even still do 3D movies anymore? Because I remember they tried to do that too with the blue, for home releases. You had to have a special Blu-ray 3D player, and then you can have these special glasses, the hardcore ones where it's just clear and whatnot. And it was 3D Reimagine or Imagine 3D. And man, even that was a stress. It was you had to if you don't wear glasses that's adjusting to something, you definitely get a headache, because that's what it was for me. And I've always had bad eyes until I got my glasses. But I remember when they introduced the clear version of the 3D glasses, and I remember your eyes are like, what am I looking at? What am I? And the last movie I saw, 3D was either Monsters vs. Aliens or it was one of the Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, I feel like VR took its place too. But I've never done virtual, never done a VR headset. There is a Star Wars like game or something out there. I always see it every year for the past few years for Black Friday. It's like you can be a Jedi, you can go fight Darth Vader or something like that. I would definitely want to try it, but I've never tried a VR headset. Are they cool? Are they cool? Is VR headsets cool? Oh, you have it? Oh, Colin. Is it cool? Is VR headsets cool? Is VR headsets the future and not 3D glasses? Because my eyes tend to say no. So, but as we wait, like I said, once again, shout out to Big Daddy. He just graduated from a week-long class for his massage business and everything like that. He's graduated today, and I'm super proud of him. Like he deserves to grow his business. What's this? Oculus is way better than PSVR. I learned something today. Oculus is way better than PSVR, even though I don't know what that means. But I did learn something. I learned it. And learning is half the battle, kids. Ooh, that did not sound good. Let's see where this guy is at. Let's see. And I was supposed to have Penta on here. PlayStation. Oculus is wireless. Okay. Yeah. So getting back on that, 3D was a thing. Kind of like how the weird HD versus Blu-ray wars went at one point, because we went from VHS then to DVDs and then to the HD Blu-ray battle. I wonder what's next. I wonder if like physical media is just going to go. Reason I asked that is because I'm trying to own every single version of the prequels and sequels for Star Wars because I'm almost successfully there. But I found out with episode 1 and episode 2, they are on VHS, but episode 3 is not on VHS at all. And I'm a completionist, if you will. And it made me very sad because I found the box set for the original trilogy. It was mine. Well, it's my box set. But I also found the original trilogy special edition VHS. Also, the Laserdisc for that. Betamax is another one that I want to look for. Oh, finally. Here we go. Look who's here, ladies and gentlemen. Finally. We're like 50 minutes in.
Oh, hey, fashionably late, right?
You bitch. Yes, I got one of the Laserdiscs, Colin. I have one of them Laserdisc bad boys, and it's for Empire Strikes Back, but it is brutally murdered because I got it from a Bookman's, and it is scratched all the hell, but it is part of the collection, but I do want to own the entire original trilogy of Star Wars on Laserdisc, and I also want to own it on Betamax, but Betamax is much more pricey than the Laserdiscs. Hello.
Hey, that makes sense. I don't disagree. Didn't they? There's like a restoration community, and they used like all the Laserdisc copies of Star Wars, and they made a program that like fused all the images together to get the best quality frame for each frame of the film to have the best looking. The Thomas had told me about it, and it was like, it sounds really cool. It sounds really nerdy, but I'm totally in favor of it.
Well, it's just not as nerdy as them slicing together the entire Clone Wars with their prequel trilogy.
Oh, I'm not watching that.
Oh man, I think it's like 4. I think it's like 4 hours or something. It takes place between. That. Yeah, it takes place between Attack of the Clones and goes into Revenge of the Sith. Like they piece it all together with the live action. No, don't. It's awesome. That's what that is.
Okay, well, I'll take your word for it.
Ooh, look at this. The hunt is real. He says, I might know someone with them Betamax. Let me know.
They better be cheap. It better be good quality and cheap.
Yeah, well, like I have a Betamax player to check them with, Yeah. I just got one lying around. But what's crazy is like you can find Laserdisc players for mad cheap. I think they're like $20 or something like that.
All the school's AV club that needed to get rid of them in like 2007. Because I remember watching Laserdisc when I was in high school, and I am sure right after I graduated, they're probably like, let's just do DVDs from now on. So well, sold all the hardware.
Well, the reason why I was bringing up this topic is because like I'm trying to collect every version of Star Wars in every form media was. And episode 1 and 2 are on VHS. Episode 3 never made it to VHS. It just went straight to DVD. So as a completionist, that's driving me crazy because it's just like, okay, well, I have, the OG trilogy and the prequel trilogy, but I only have episode 1 and 2 on VHS, but there was never 3.
You should make a really good bootleg of it.
That's what I was thinking. Like, just make my own cut. I've seen people do that. Yeah, especially with DVD cases. Well, even I have all the DVDs of the prequel trilogy and the OG trilogy, and I really wish Disney was like cool enough to do the boxes the way they have the like episode 1, 2, 3, 4 in the Roman numeral, and the gold lettering and whatnot. Like I really wish they did that for Force Awakens, Last Jedi, and Rise of Skywalker, but they were trying to distance themselves. They were trying to distance themselves from Star Wars. They're like, we don't need to think about that. Then they failed miserably. Then they're like, no, hey guys, you like Clone Wars? Shit, we'll give you back Clone Wars. You like that old stuff? Let's do that. You like Thrawn? Oh, them legends? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Aren't they kind of like? I know that they've done this in the past, where you'll have like all the let's say for instance, like the phase 1 to 4 with Marvel. And then, like, all the Blu-ray spines line up. They have, like, a cohesion between, like, the lettering and everything. You're like, phase 1 and da-da-da. And then they'll have, like, one movie that'll throw off the entire, like, the lineup. Where it's, like, the font will be all ugly looking and won't line up. And everything else is all perfect. So they can't line it up because it's, like, either the box is too wonky because it was like a special edition box, or it's just like there's like always like one thing that doesn't quite fit. You know what I mean?
Well, did you ever buy the prequel trilogy on DVD, the 2 discs?
I didn't, but my parents did.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah, like I know that we had them at one point, but yeah, I didn't. I don't think they ever sit on a shelf like that. I didn't have them all.
No, they're right over there, and they're in their beauty.
I 100% believe you.
You know what's funny is I tried to like I'm trying to like defend myself, even though you already know me, and you're always like, you don't. We know you're a nerd.
that's like the cornerstone of your personality. If I knew nothing else about you, you are a mega nerd.
Well, it's like I bought this for us to do on C+. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh yeah, you got the trivia, right? Hell yeah! Throw it at me, man. I want to do it. Let's do one.
You want to do one? All right.
Let's do it.
Hey, this is a sneak peek into a future gaming session, and I want to get all of us on here.
Okay. Don't go easy on me.
All right. I picked a random one. I'll put that there. Okay, here we go. Who said, never tell me the odds?
Oh, that would be the father of Ben Solo, Han Solo.
Oh! You ready?
All right, bring it on.
What damaged system prevented the Falcon from entering hyperspace after the escape from Hoth?
Ooh. So it's like a mechanical system on the Millennium Falcon, right?
Si, senor.
All right. right. You had a damaged. Was it a motivator? Or man, pushing the limits of my knowledge here. That's like my favorite film. Gosh, I'm gonna have to call it a draw on that one. I don't know.
You were
I don't know.
almost there.
Uh,
The hyperdrive motivator.
No, well, I'll get partial credit for that one.
All right, ready?
Uh-huh.
Who successfully diagnosed the Millennium Falcon's malfunctioning hyperdrive? Come on, man. This is easy.
In which movie? Hold on. I'm scrolling through the entire movie in my mind right now. Let me see. Successfully diagnosed. Was it
Malfunctioning hyperdrive.
functioning hyperdrive? It wasn't Chewie.
No.
It wasn't Leia. It wasn't Luke. It wasn't Lando.
I like how you're just saying everyone, all the characters.
Well, eventually I'll get to the right person. R2D2.
Meh.
Oh, damn.
C-3PO.
God damn it, that was my other guess. Well, it's like, it could be him.
Remember, he speaks many languages.
Yeah, but
they kind of hinted at it.
I thought R2D2 would have been the one to diagnose it, and C-3PO would have been like, oh, you're a cheeky cunt, fuck you.
And remember, too, they try to hint at that. You know how C-3PO speaks many languages and stuff like that throughout the galaxy.
Uh-huh.
And the L3 character they introduced in Solo. Because remember, they boosted her up into the system?
Boy, I'm going to tell you, I don't think I've ever seen that movie sober. So, very
I've
faulty
seen it
memory.
many times. All right, let's see. We got 3 more.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
How many TIE fighters crashed as the Falcon banked through a narrow asteroid chasm?
Let's see. It would have been at least 3 or 4, right?
2.
2. Well, that's 2 or 3 or 4.
You are doing terrible.
No, I'm doing pretty good. If you paint with a broad brush, I'm doing pretty great.
All right, ready?
Huh?
This one's very easy. So,
You say that.
what gigantic creature's nests in asteroid caves?
Oh, an empire, right? I didn't understand. Can you repeat that question? Do you think
What gigantic creature's nest in asteroid caves? Yeah, that's the way.
Oh, it's the Minoc, right? They're not looking for the name of the creature inside the asteroid, but the creature inside the creature in the asteroid. There's a Minoc.
Space slugs.
Space. Oh, I don't believe that. That's wrong. It's Minoc.
that one was worded weird. What gigantic creature's nest in asteroid caves?
Yeah, that's not a. They're missing some words out of that question.
This is the one they typed up real quick. They're like, "Oh, those nerds will make sense of that."
Get the intern to write this one.
Okay.
That was like the jotted down on a notepad, and they're just like transcribe this.
All right, this one should be easy for you then.
Well, you said the last one.
Who, while in the midst of the asteroid chase, noted, "There's nowhere to go."
Princess Leia. C3. Yeah, hold on. Did I say Princess Leia?
C3PO. C3PO, you lost that one.
No, that's fine. You didn't let me finish.
No, this is my show. This is my game show. I can do what I want.
Yeah, well.
You want one more round?
Host. No. I'll take one more question. One more question.
Let me think
redemption. Next time we play that, I'm going to fucking rule that card.
That card never comes up on your turn.
God damn it, don't say that.
All right. One more. Let me see.
Make it a good one.
Trying to look here. Okay, here we go. How many heavy weapons are mounted on a standard Imperial Walker?
One more time.
How many heavy weapons are mounted on a standard Imperial Walker?
Could be one set, right? You got the two in the front. Pew, 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 pew.
4.
No, it's 2.
2 laser cannons and 2 medium blasters.
Well,
Cannons
medium,
and blasters.
Medium
no,
isn't heavy.
You are wrong. You are.
They distinctively said 2 heavy and then 2 other bullshit that isn't heavy. So as far as I'm concerned, it's still 1.
No. You lost. Take the lost. Damn it, take it. Fake news.
Yeah,
you want one more? You want one more?
Fuck it. Dude, I'm here all night. Let's do it.
What item of Chewbacca's did the Ewok seize after capturing him?
Oh, it says bowcaster.
Correct. You want to know what's funny about this one? No, it says his bowcaster or crossbow. It's a bowcaster.
No, it's a bowcaster. Come on.
All right, one more for you.
An actual bow.
Who was treated aboard the Rebel medical frigate?
The frigate?
Yeah.
The Mon Calamari one?
Yeah.
With Luke Skywalker?
Ooh, there you go.
That's the one, right?
Yes. Yeah, no, some of these are like, I keep looking like, let's see. Maybe we can see those. But they're very cool.
The depth of the questions is pretty good because I feel like I'm pretty well versed in the OT to a degree.
Well, it came with like great little pieces. Like, look. And then, like, this is the timer. Little wow. Like, Shaggy T-Dope is a major Star Wars nerd. And, like, I would love, like, if I know this is far-fetched, but, like, bring him on the show and play this game with him.
I bet you could convince him. Because he's on that Twitch channel, right? Shaggy and the Creep or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
Or is it mostly the Creep and not so much Shaggy and the...
Oh, no, it's mostly... He's venturing out there a lot with Shaggy and the Creep.
I don't know, man. Like, because I see, like, when they're on Twitch, they don't have, like, a shit zillion people on there. So it wouldn't be hard to be like, here's what you got to do. You got to consistently be a part of that community. And then they're going to always come back and they're going to be like, hey, be the sexy ninja. We're going to make you moderator. And you're like, you know what? That's fucking tight. Also, you guys should come on to my show. We're going to play Star Wars trivia.
Star Wars trivia.
Like, pew! Then you can get the Shaggy people over here. We can get our people over there. Again, look. You're going to have a lot of, like, free Saturdays, Mr. Two-Dope. Take one of those. Come hang out with us.
He's also playing, what was it? He's playing the Skywalker game. Not Skywalker game, the Fallen Jedi.
Oh, okay. That's a good
one.
He's playing, I have it, and I enjoyed it, but I never make time to play it.
I have it. It just sits there. I also have that Squadrons.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. We have people. Yes, we have people.
They got a bunch more coming out, and I'm really glad that the contract with EA is up. So now other studios can make Star Wars games.
Yeah, well, you know, so funny is, like, I'm not totally excited about Star Wars games, but I am excited about the new Arkham Knight game with, like, Batman's dead and it's up to Nightwing and Red Robin and the Batman family, you know.
I have one of them because it was cheap on a Steam sale, but it's like whatever the second or third one in the series was, and I just haven't played it yet.
Well, it's just like the Suicide Squad game. I can't wait. Yes, it was funny, Colin. We have people. But we got to wrap up here. I got to get the kid to bed. But, of course, Biffy Boo here had to be late, you know. But it's okay. I carried the show.
Those big broad shoulders of yours carrying the show every week.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny is like I was talking, like, at first I was a little nervous because I was like, oh man, how can I'll hold the show down for 15 minutes because that's when they said they'll be here. And then I was like, well, that's not the case. But it's okay though.
notice the time. All of a sudden, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Biffy Boo, for joining us and playing a little bit Star Wars trivia.
You're welcome. Well,
Hey, and I think the sound is better. Do you like my new mic?
it looks and sounds good. And there's no feedback loop between you and another mic. So.
Oh yeah, I'm in my studio, and it's designed to be perfect, and that's why I got this beautiful mic. Like I love this mic so much. It lights up red.
The thing you're always looking for is the podcast hug, and that's what you get with those mics. You know, it's just a warm, like, hey buddy, come listen to us for an hour.
Yeah, just join us. Just let us touch your butts. Hug. You know.
So,
I know next week you guys will be holding down the fort.
Oh yeah, you got your trip.
Yeah, gonna be at Camp Zool. I'll be in Ohio, but the family will hold down the fort for next Friday. So, but thank you all, and thank you, Biffy Boo.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks, everybody.
Shout out to Big Daddy for graduating today and doing it up. Much love to you. We love you, and he'll be back next week.
Yay.
And after that, you're going to like and subscribe. You're going to share with your grandma, share with your grandpa, share with the bum down at Walmart. Yes. You know, I want to hear you do it. Do it.
Be sure to like and subscribe. Share with your grandma, share with your grandpa, share with the bum down at Walmart. You fucking asshole. Just kidding. We love you. For real.
All right. Now you know. All right, the Social Event Podcast, live every Friday and available everywhere Saturday. I am KMB, the Sexy Ninja.
And your boy Biff.
And when in doubt, fuck your couch.
All right, peace.